Hi, guys. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're off to a good start on your Memorial Day weekend. And welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie. And in today's video, I'll be discussing what I thought of the latest and final episode for Season 7 of AMC's Fear the Walking Dead. That's right. The Season 7 finale is finally with us, along with some great reveals and some great character moments and solid performances from our two leads. So before I get into all of that, of course, obviously moving forward in this video, please be warned, this is obviously a spoiler, and I mean spoiler-filled review video. So if you haven't seen the Season 7 finale of Fear the Walking Dead yet, and you plan to watch it either later today or next week when it drops on regular AMC, do not keep watching or listening to this video, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character reveals, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, welcome back, Kim Dickens. It is so good to have Madison back once again. And I'd love to point out how I was so right about this. I said several years ago when she first died halfway through season 4, I'm like, you're going to kill a character like Madison off. It's going to be an on-screen death. So why did they write her off for several years? I have no idea. And frankly, I don't really care because the show's been fairly entertaining for the most part, with or without her. But I'm just so delighted she's back, mostly because I am getting a Season 4 wish fulfilled finally after all these years. I was so excited about Season 4 when Morgan first joined the show because I thought, he's going to meet Madison. It's going to be like the ultimate crossover. Morgan meeting Madison, the other lead on another Walking Dead show. He's had scenes with Rick. Now he's going to have scenes with Madison. And then sadly, as Season 4 went along, that obviously didn't happen because she died, and Morgan kind of took the void of the lead character role from her. But since this is an ensemble show, everybody's had their chance to shine since then, and now Madison is back to shine once more. Although what she's been doing, or what it sounds like she's been doing, hasn't been very shine-worthy. She's been recruited by the mysterious Padre people to kidnap children to give them a better life. This sounds very U.S. border, U.S.-Mexican border, where they take the kids from the parents and throw them in cages and shit like that, which is downright sketchy, if not controversial. And when they said that they were taking children from their parents, I'm like, what? And giving them a better life because the parents can't be trusted or they're not responsible enough? I mean, sure, some parents are not fit to be parents, but I think in the post-apocalypse, if you've survived this long and you still have kids, you're doing something right. So I don't understand the twisted logic of it, but that was probably intentional, as it's meant to be a mystery to keep us watching next year when Season 8 eventually drops. Or maybe it'll drop later this year. I don't know. But Season 8 is coming, where Kim Dickens is promoted back to being a series regular, so at least we have that. I really love seeing her and Morgan meet for the first time, even though the little promo kind of revealed how they meet. I was still delighted to see it happen in its full context. And I also really enjoyed the moment when Morgan's trying to detain her and sees Nick and Alicia's names on her wrists. And then he puts 2 and 2 together. And I'm like, yes, he's realized it. He now knows exactly who she is. I also loved how when Morgan, faced at gunpoint, is forced to tell her and Ava, the woman holding them at gunpoint, the truth about Madison's children. And that despite this rock-hard persona, this I don't give a shit attitude if I never see my children again, or I don't want to see them again, I knew that despite that appearance or that facade, deep down, she is still a mother who still very much cares for and loves her children. Of course, it was devastating to see her learn the news of Nick's death, who did indeed actually die, since we saw it happen on screen back in Season 4. Alicia is a bit more ambiguous, and even Madison asked Morgan, well, did you see her die before you left her? He's like, no, I spoke to her on the radio. So both of them seem to entertain the possibility that she's still alive, and technically she is, as we saw her literally walk off into the smoke or the fog at the end of the last episode of last week's episode. So it is an intriguing and thrilling possibility that if Alicia Debnam Carey, who plays Alicia, has time, if she can make her way back to this show for next season, season 8, to have a nice, cute reunion with her mother, because that would be awesome. Because Madison, I feel like, deserves to see at least one of her kids, and obviously, in this case, the one that's still alive. I also thought it was interesting how for a season finale, it wasn't the ensemble-packed spectacle it usually is, because the season finales, whether they're pretty good or not so good, but still somewhat acceptable, are usually big ensemble pieces, where this one wasn't. It was primarily focused on Morgan and Madison. But that was okay, because it still had some pretty exciting, hair-raising moments there, like being buried up to her neck in sand and dealing with those scary baghead-looking men, or burlap sack men, or whatever. And then just the mystery of the Padre organization and the flashbacks with them telling Madison to kidnap and steal people's children, and then Madison pretending to be okay with it. It was all very dark, gripping, but dark. So it was still a pretty solid season finale, despite the lack of the other characters. Although they were mentioned, I seriously doubt Morgan is actually giving up the people he loves and cares for. I believe it's just a ploy to get Padre to trust him, and then once he's on the inside, and if they find all the people on the raft, then they'll be on the inside too, and then they can work their way from within to take Padre down and rescue Mo and maybe rescue other kids. If they're even in need of rescuing, what if Padre is actually doing what they say they're doing, despite the twisted, terrible logic behind it? I mean, I don't know, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for season 8. I'm so happy that Madison is back. I love that she and Morgan have finally crossed paths. We have 2 legacy characters meeting each other for the first time ever. It's always such a thrill when crossovers occur, even if it's within its own universe, whether it's characters in Marvel, Star Wars, DC, or Walking Dead, who exist in the same universe but have never, ever met or crossed paths with each other once, and then they finally do meet each other face to face. It is such a thrill for those of us who know and love these characters so much to see them finally meet face to face, and that's how I felt when Madison and Morgan finally met. Despite getting off to a rocky start, I had a good feeling it would smooth out during the episode, and I think for the most part it did, because now they got to work together to figure out what the hell's going on with Padre. So I'm pretty excited for it, and I really enjoyed the season 7 finale, as I hope you guys did too. What did you think of it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day. Fear the Walking Dead Season 7 is now streaming in its entirety on AMC Plus, and then this episode will be available next week on regular TV on the AMC channel. Don't miss it. It's a good one. Have a great rest of your weekend and a wonderful Memorial Day holiday break. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.